Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Today we are here with...
Oh, that's Breezy.
And we are doing a mukbang. Go ahead and show them my plates.
Pass away, Kim. What's name?
Our mom in the back.
Yeah. Look at that fishy like.
That was funny. So one time, me and Tanaya was we was at my friend's house in my old neighborhood. This is not funny, but it's funny when we think about it. So we were standing outside one of my friends, and there was this guy was riding around in his car. And what did he ask us?
He was like,
oh, okay, I remember. He asked us if we knew that there was like a child predator in our neighborhood. And he was like, oh, I've been tracking him. He went from, what is it, like New York to some other place. And he was like, I tracked him here, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. He was asking us if we knew, and we was like, no. So he went down the street. And I think he asked another little girl, and she ended up telling her mom. And so we didn't think nothing about it, but like we had got home or whatever. And my mom was talking to us about it, and she was like, y'all know, basically he was the child predator. And he tried to ask us if we wanted him to show us. He asked us, he was like, y'all want me to show y'all where he stayed? And we was like, no, like, do we know you?
my mom does not know this story.
Yeah.
Also, she in the background looking like...
It was mad weird.
So basically, let me get out the details. So my cousin and her friend, we live on the same street. It was around Halloween time, and they was having a little, we was watching it because it had just came out, and they had wings and chips and stuff. So we went there at like 6 and then left. So, no, we spent the night.
We spent the night there.
We spent the night. And we was just outside. We was early because we lived in the same neighborhood. So we was outside, and then a man rolled down. He was just laughing.
Smiling. He was like, y'all want to show where he stayed? Rolling
up the window, turning down the window. And basically, he was like, it's this child, he was pointing to his shoulder. It's this child molester that I've been tracking him from New York, da 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 da. And we was like, And then he was laughing and stuff and just
we was
playing.
like not paying him no attention. Eventually, we just went in my friend's house after that. And then we didn't know it was serious till we got home the next day. And my mom told me, and I was like, oh.
We really didn't. This like, oh.
And we was young, so like, you know, we wasn't really thinking.
But we was not finna hop in that car with him or like that.
He wasn't finna show me nothing.
Right.
I was finna show him his hands.
For real. And we always just like backing up like.
Yeah, we was like not even trying to talk to him. Not that he could tell.
Right, that's
he was not persuading us.
Y'all, these wings is good. Shout out to Wingstop.
Shout out to Miss Kim. I got my phone.
Shout out to Aunt Kim.
What else should I talk about? I fell through a glass table. Yeah. It's kind of sad because I was in front of a bunch of people. I was helping my friend move, and they had told me right before, they was like, because we always sit down, we was tired, and they was like, don't sit on that table because that table old and it might break, and I want it at the new house. I totally forgot. I got tired, sat down, sat on the table for about a good 3 minutes. Michaela went straight through the table. Whole body. 3 centimeter wide cut on my hip. Stitches in my hip, on my hand. And most thing I remember was walking across the street, getting back to my mom. They was all trying to pull me out of the table. And my mom was screaming at my sister, and my sister was upstairs laying down. She was like, what do you want? Why do you keep screaming my name? And she walked to the bathroom, and I had blood everywhere and stuff. She had to drive me to the hospital. And I was like getting lightheaded, and my eyes were rolling to the back of my head. So she had her fiance talk to me on the phone, and he was trying to talk to me about school and stuff. I was losing so much blood, I was not paying him no attention. He was like, you ready to start 6th grade? And I was like, yes. Like,
My mama
It was bad. Like, it was crazy. And then when we got to the light, I started, like, panicking. I was, like, kind of sort of having, like, a panic attack or something. I was like, get me to the hospital. And I was, like, freaking out. What was wrong with me? I was trying to walk around. Too much going on.
My mama wants me to tell a story about when I had stitches on my tongue. This is talking about stitches.
Oh, Lord.
She in the background like this. And so, basically, from what I heard, because I was like 2, I don't know how old I was. So, how old was I? She said 2. You can say it if I'm talking to you.
Talk.
Alright. So, I'm about 2 years old. And me and my brother was playing around, I guess. And I ran into a stool. And I fell and split my tongue in 2 pieces. And she said all she made was my tongue hanging like this.
I got another stitches story.
Right.
I have a mark. You probably can't see it because of my lace. But I have one on my forehead. And I was laying on the bed and the drawer was open to the dresser. And I rolled off the bed while I was asleep. And hit my head. And I was still asleep. And my sister heard it and she came upstairs. She thought I was dead.
Y'all hear that? Sorry. That's the dog. Kobe. He wouldn't be in the spotlight so bad.
I was just bleeding out my head asleep. And my sister was just standing there looking at me crying. Then, after like 5 minutes, she, I guess, decided to pick me up. We was by ourselves. She had to take me to the neighbor house. I had to go to school with a big Band-Aid on my forehead for like 3 weeks because I had a stitch.
I have another stitches story too.
And my friends
Just
made
talking
fun
about
of me.
stitches.
And after that, I didn't have no more friends. They called me Band-Aid head. No, I'm kidding. No, they didn't.
So me and my friend, I'm gonna name her. What's her name? Darling. Me and Darling were Kobe.
Dang, Kobe.
Me and Darling were like you know how it's always in woods and the creek and stuff in the back.
Were you not supposed to be, but you
not
go anyway?
Right. Childhood adventures. We were going down there to where it was, and I stepped on this big old rock, and my foot opened, and it cuts open, and I had to have like 3 socks on.
You had 3 socks on that day or afterwards? You had to
Afterwards, I had to wear 3 socks because I was at my friend's house for 1. For 2, I hate going to the hospital. I know I want stitches again. So I didn't. I waited to tell my mama like 3 days later, and by the time we went, they was like, just keep it covered, and because it's 2 days to get stitches. Yeah. So you can still see the mark there, but it's on the bottom of my foot. But that's all for this video, y'all.
These wings smack.
For real.
I'm really trying not to go ham. I think
My dog being loud and extra and stuff.
And I'm trying to throw down.
Alright, when I turn this camera off, I'm gonna bust down.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to her channel.
Period.
Make sure you follow her on Instagram. It'll be in the description.
And right here.
Right there. Also, make sure you follow me at Oh That's Breezy. And we got some more fire coming.
Tonight,
hopefully.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next video.
Period. This will be lit. Gang.